Hey guys, welcome to another video with me, SimDude SA. So today's video is a website tutorial. I'm going to be showing you what the SAGT has built and all the different functionality that is available to you. So the SAGT was born in South Africa but built for the world. We have recently launched globally so that everybody can have the same data that we have been looking at as South Africans. Right, so I'm going to get straight into it and explain a couple of things along the way. But at the end of the day, we have a lot of members out there that haven't seen the full functionality of this website. So that's what this video is about today. I'm going to make things a little bit more simpler so that you can understand exactly what's happening, what you're clicking on, why you're clicking on it, and we can make everyone's lives a little bit easier. If you are an international to us, coming onto the website to find a new platform to find some of your stats, thank you for being here. We really appreciate the support. And I hope that you enjoy what you see because it is our first phase. We have a lot that we are still bringing to you in terms of statistics and analytics and data for what it actually is. And there's still a lot of growth. So phase one, this is the SAGT website. So sagtonline.co.za. Right. So this is the homepage, which I can do a quick little scroll through. So we have our race control. This is literally just where we have all our announcements and stuff like that. So keep a good eye on this because important announcements get shared here, like what's new, what's been updated, maybe extra information about Gran Turismo itself. I know that we've all just recently had the new updates. Some people are loving it, some people are hating it. I'm just going to be completely in the middle. We have the join the community buttons here. So behind the SAGT is a actual community here for South Africa. There are so many communities out there in the world, Germany, UK, the US. This is just our version of it. So for us, we have our own Facebook group and we have our own Discord. And that's why these are locked to the international drivers. But we do have our YouTube channel that everybody is free to come and support, come check it out. I like to do some race commentary there, but we do have commentary. We have our own racing, our own championship series and stuff like that as well. And we like to get stuck in with our actual SAGT esports team as well. Next thing is the championship. That's for the SAGT Cup. That's what I'm talking about, or Polo Cup. But this is where things start to get a bit more interesting for the Gran Turismo 7 community as a whole. So on the homepage, you'll see these are the number one drivers right now for Daily Race A, Daily Race B, Daily Race C internationally. Then we also have the SAGT leaders for Daily Race A, B, and C. So in sport mode, we have our daily races, and that comes out every single Monday. The races change. For us here in South Africa, it's at 9 a.m. So that's when all of this will swap over for the new week, but something for you guys to check out and keep your eye on. And then next thing is from a community point of view, we have something called the badge spotlight. We have over 100 different badges that if you click here, you can actually go and choose from in your members dashboard. And then here is for the SAGT members. We have a bunch of event organizers in our community that go and put on their own events and give our drivers something to race. Then we have all our teams here. Plus, we've got some extra tools that have been built for the SAGT. Lots more to come here. Very interesting things to keep your eye on. We do have Decal Labs, which sponsors us, and they also are a decal converter. So you can go plug in your image into Decal Labs. It'll spit it out exactly in the specs that you need, an SVG file and the size that you need it to upload to Gran Turismo so that you have any decal that you want, and just a little bit of information about our sponsors. So let's get straight into what's more important is where the functionality now comes in, where you can get clever and enjoy what we have built here. So the About Us page is simple. If you want to catch up on this yourself, there's a bit of information on exactly how SAGT started a year ago to where we are now. And we've just recently changed all of this because we have just introduced SAGT World, literally brand new a few days ago. So next thing is the shop. But the shop is something that, because of shipping and all that kind of stuff, it's for SAGT members. The one after that, though, is the daily races. So the daily races, yes, you can get this information pretty much anywhere. There's lots of other websites out there that give this to you. So this is personal preference for where you want to go get your information. For us, we love this. It's the cool colors. It's all the stuff, but there's something extra to it. If you go and you click on the daily race that you're interested in, it'll come up with a bit of extra information, right? It will tell you the world record time without having to log onto the game. It will also show you the top 0.5%, 3%, and going forward in terms of time. So for me, I'm an A+ driver, and I know just by looking at this, before I even start putting times down this week, I'd like to be just between the 147s and the 150s. In between there, I think would be a good time for me to qualify so I can get stuck into my daily races. Some extra information that I think is pretty cool is we can see the cars that are being used for that daily race, right? So we all now know after the new update that there's a new meta on the table, which is this car over here, as we can already see. And I'm so interested to see that the Porsche is still here. I mean, it's track dependent, but hey, you know. So interesting information right there for you for the daily races. You can share this with all your friends and homies. Enjoy that. The next thing is the leaderboard, right? So this is where things get interesting, and this is what has brought us to be creating a website like this. We do have an app coming and multiple other things as we grow, but for right now, this is what we got. So for the SAGT leaderboard, this is members only. There's a couple of extra functions here for an SAGT member that other people won't have, but it's something that I can show you quickly as we move on. But first of all, this is your country leaderboard. So wherever you are in the world, when you click on this, it will show you your country information. Because I'm in South Africa right now, it's showing me just South Africans. And it's showing me daily race A, daily race B, daily race C. So in daily race B, you can see it says hot there. So that shows that that's the hottest race at the moment at this point in time in the week. So this is the most guys are doing this one, right? So that's the country. And then if you go to the SAGT World, you can now come here and have a look at the rest of the world. So you could choose the country that you want to have a look at. So for example, let's go to the UK. I think the UK is a great one. And then if we come down, one cool function that not a lot of people know about is you would go here to the driver's name. We click on, oh, this is Tishy. This guy's an absolute legend. Like, I am such a fan of this human being. But look at the information we can now get from this driver's profile. We can now see that he's 70% away from becoming an S World Series driver, which is, you got to know when you're at this level how hard it is to get to where he is right now, which is unbelievable. He is, in my mind, the pro. Blue Moon Speedway, so that's the time he's got down so far for his streams and his daily races and stuff at the moment. This is where he is around Autopolis. And then we can see a bit of extra information, the amount of races he's done, his clean races, days race, distance driven, lifespan, all that stuff. So just some extra information that you can now get before opening up the game, right? So that's what the leaderboard has to offer. If I go to the SAGT leaderboard, I'm going to sign in now because signing in does give me some extra functionality into some other things here. So let me do that quickly. My sign in is there. I will just quickly grab that, plug it in. And boom, now we're going to be signed into the SAGT leaderboard, right? And some other things. So one cool thing about this is the SAGT, we get our own driver's card. So if you click here, this is your driver's card, which you can tap here. And now you can screenshot this to share to the SAGT Discord and to the SAGT Facebook group. I encourage you to do that. We are all about connecting and growth. And we will support, of course. So this tells you where you rank at the moment. You can see the cards are different. If you in first, second, or third, it'll be gold, silver, and bronze, the shape of your card and the color of your card. And then, yeah, it gives you a little bit of extra information, what car you used and where you stand on a global ranking. So that's that for the SAGT members, and that is that for the leaderboard. The next thing is the overall ranking. So this is just for SAGT members. It ranks you according to your input for your daily races each week. It rewards you on consistency and the times that you actually do put down, but it ranks you according to your average. So that's what that's about there. If you want to know how it's all calculated, there's a button here that'll give you all the maths behind it. I don't want to go into too much detail with this video just because of time. There's also a qualifying board. So if you go to the qualifying board here, you'll see drivers that are here. To get onto the main board, you just need to do more than 2 weeks. And that will start giving you the right average, and then you'll be on it. So there you go, overall ranking board. The next page I'd like to show you is the SAGT Cup. The name of the SAGT Cup can change depending on what cup it is. It could be Polo Cup, Hypercar Cup, or SAGT Cup. So right now, we don't have a season set. We've just finished Polo Cup, which is here. So if I take you to Polo Cup, this is a quick little sprint through this one. Here are all the lobby settings if you want to practice your race before you get in, and it will be standardized. Here is the rules and information. If you click this big red button, it will actually give you the rules and racing rules that our steward abides by when doing things like that. Then the point system. This is your report incident button. So if you do have an incident on track for the SAGT member, you would just come here. It'll take you to a straight up WhatsApp communication chat with your steward. And then here's your division. So if we go to Division A, here's your leaderboard, the points for the 4 rounds, your race results as well. So you can see Nutcap won the the round in round one, selection week, and this is how we determine what division you in. So yeah, there's lots of information that comes out about this in the Discord and on the Facebook group. So more to come as we go. But this whole video is about the website. So the SAGT esports team. This is another cool one. So we have three different pillars in the SAGT. We have the SAGT Academy, the SAGT esports team, and the SAGT community, which is run by different individuals so that we don't have any biased and weird things that go on. There's a lot of assumptions around stuff like that in a competitive environment. So for us, we made sure that we split things up. So here, if you want to follow one of your favorite drivers in the SAGT community, the driver's information is here. So you can actually click on Levitius's name. You can see his racing number. You can see his badges he's chosen for his driver's license. You can see his favorite car. You can see a little bit more extra information that he has personally gone and set. And that is something that an SAGT member can also do. So if you want to see a bit more about their different YouTube channels and socials, that's where this information is here. Moving on to the SAGT Academy. SAGT Academy is open to everybody. If there is something you want to learn, you've just started out and you want to, get a bit better, you can join the SAGT Academy, which is free, and then you can opt in for coaching, which is then a paid service. And that is the SAGT esports team that comes out together. They'll jump on track with you in an hour, 2 session, whatever you decide with your coach, and you can run laps together and learn things that you possibly didn't know before. So this is something that you can read through to see what's happening. There is a form at the bottom here. Once you fill in this form, it does come through to the admins. The admins are there to then approve you or deny. And the next thing is the events page. So for the events page, we have a lot of different event organizers in the SAGT, which is really nice, so that not all the events are for the admins to put on and to do. And that's where their stuff gets to be advertised. It's just here, right, on this events page. So you can click here, find out a bit more information about it, where it is, when it is, and how it is. And that's what that page is for. So you can see we've had quite a lot of different events, and then the rest of these are also past events. So the next one is an interesting one, right? The private leagues page. So the private leagues page, this is for two things. The event organizer and then for the driver, right? So for the event organizer, this is a tool that you can use to, instead of doing things manually and using Excel spreadsheets and stuff like that to create your leaderboard, your race results, and then manually posting all the race information that they need before the race. This is something that will just help you so much. So it's a hub, right? For the driver, if you come down here, you can see the active leagues that are already happening. So PMEC is a new league that's going to be launched in the next couple of weeks. I actually entered into this one. So I clicked register and I entered into this one. This one is one of the teams in our community, SRS. So they run their internal cup using this tool. And they have all their own drivers in their team. Click in, register, and they can run their own total. You'll actually see. You know what? Let me just log in and actually show you. I wasn't going to log in to show you, but let me just actually do that. So the GTWC is a league that I've been running since the start of the SAGT. It's only for me and my close friends. But with that being said, we've had a lot of drivers leave us and come and join us. So the SAGT community has been filling in some of the gaps, and we've just gotten closer and closer. And I'm so proud to call everybody in the GTWC my family. So let me put together and just show you. So this is our last season that's just happened. It actually ended last week. I won this one, so I'm pretty chuffed about that. It's cool. So you can see we have a full running leaderboard here, and there's a button here, drop rounds are on or off. So you can see that just shows and changes the points, and that's how that works. So if you want to set up your season that way to have drop rounds, I think drop rounds is a good thing. Not everybody can commit to every single round. We have 13 rounds here. Some stats, there's some participation stats, so you can see who actually made it to every single race and who didn't, which is a nice little thing to see. You can see who had the most wins, who had the fastest laps, and even who got the most fines and penalties, which was also me, right? So race details, this is where you can now put all the information about the race beforehand for the drivers to practice. The track, the laps, even comes down to the actual slots and where the slots that'll be available for that race, and then even a little bit of notes. So for us, whoever came last in the last race, you have to wear pink skin, so we'll be able to tell that driver exactly who. So in the points, there's the point system as well. That's there. Rules and info. This takes you to a Google Drive where you can load your own documents for race rules if you want to take this more seriously. If you are a serious league out there, you can come in and use this tool as well for all your drivers by just giving them the logins, and then the person that has the rights to make edits and changes gets the CEO login, which is only shared for that admin. So that's how there's edits and things that are done. The rest is then only able to be read-only. Results, here's the results tab. So you can see Overdriver beat me in the final round of the GTWC. The drivers, you can see there's all our drivers. We only went with 15 drivers for our race. And for our league, we only want to do one lobby, but you can do multiple lobbies. Car choice, this is a tab that can be excluded when you're creating a season. We did a manufacturer's cup. So you can see I went in the Ferrari. So you can see there's my name there and it says Ferrari. So that was my Ferrari for the season and that's what I raced in. Plus more penalties. We have our own slot machine as well and randomizer. Slot machine is there. If you don't want to choose the tracks and all the race details, you can put it in the slot machine. You can press the button with your lobby there, and boom, you then have a full setup to run with. So that's how things work for the private leagues page, and the CEO of that league will receive your registration here. That information will also come back to you as a driver in your members dashboard. So the next thing is the slot machine. So this is the cool one that I love. So I like to stream literally for fun. And on a Friday night, I'll open lobbies and I will use this to determine what the next combo is going to be instead of me having to come up with it. It can be a bit boring. So this way, you can use it for your stream. There is an overlay as well. So if someone wants to use this in their own stream for their own overlay, if they're a streamer, that is here for you to use. If this says winner, 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 it does hit you with a special code, which you then email to support@sagtonline.co.za. You will then be shipped your gift. So let's just hit spin. I wonder if we're going to win. Are we going to win? Oh, winner. Oh, it was close. Okay, but no, it wasn't close. So Northern Isle Speedway, GR1 and hard. So that's the combo that I put in for my Friday night. And then at the end of my 5 lap sprints, we spin again. So that's how that works. And that's what that part of the website's for. Then there's a registration page. So when you register, if you now have got into this point of the video where you just talked your head off, there's 2 splits when you register. There's an SAGT member, which is the South African, who has been a part of the community since the very beginning. And then what we've just recently launched, which is SAGT World. If you sign in as a SAGT member, the system will pick up that you're from South Africa. It will give you your own SAGT members dashboard, which I'll show you now. And then if you're an international to us, then you will get a SAGT World account, which you will then have a different color scheme, but you'll have your own SAGT World driver's license. And in that dashboard, you will also get your own stats, like I showed you when we were on the leaderboard, like the Tijni, where you can see how far you are from A plus or B or C and your DR. Those stats also come up in the dashboards. So let me just take you through to my members dashboard so you can see what's happening on my side. So for my driver's profile, you can see there's my information. I'm 100% away from S. Wow. So I definitely had a terrible week last week in the dailies. And there's some more information, my racing number. This is selected for your driver's license, but then this is what it truly is according to Gran Turismo. So just letting you know. Driver identity, it can give you a bit more extra information, like my favorite car brand is Ferrari. So you can just put a little bit more love into your own profile, right? And then driver's license, like I said, this is where you can put that information when it comes out. You get your own badges and stuff like that. There's there as well. You have a rival tracker. The rival tracker is pretty cool. So I have my team where we are able to see all of our team's times, what they're doing, what they're up to. And that's a nice way for us to track the guys and just see how far you're off on pace. And there's rivalry in anything competitive, so let's make it positive rivalry and enjoy it. So that's that. Then there's the stats side as well. These are my points at the moment on the overall ranking for the SAGT member. And then just a graph to show you what's been happening with you over the last period of time while you've been doing your racing. Next thing is the badges. So the badges is what was on the homepage. And I'd love to show you guys this one. So if you scroll down, you'll be able to actually see we have over 100 different badges here that you can choose yourself. And you can shortlist these and they become your badges that you can then put on to your driver's license over here. So let me show you what some of these badges are. There's some funny ones. There's some cool ones. So last to first badge is the hat-trick badge, H for the South Africans. The Machine, the Phantom, the Storm. We've got Untouchable. We've got Brymaster, Clutch. There's the Send It Award, Engaging, Fair Play Award, Friendly. I think you kind of get what I'm saying. There's, Lady Legend as well. My Brew, Platinum Driver, Polo Cup winner, SAGT Cup winner, Season 1. There's also the different teams as well here, VW. So yeah, then you can even show if you're a content creator or not. So yeah, there's lots of badges, and then out of your shortlisted badges, you can then choose them to put onto your driver's license. For the private leagues, this is where when you go into the page and you click register, your information will be. So I can withdraw from the GTWC now if I don't actually feel like I can race or make it. So I can withdraw. And for this one, for PMEC, you can see I've actually already been accepted by the CEO of that league, which is exciting. So we obviously call them CEOs, but they are the event organizers for what they choose and set out to do. So there you go, guys. There is a quick tutorial, hopefully quick enough at least, to give you as much detail as I possibly could in a bit of a spit and a spin on what the SAGT has. So this is phase one. We have a lot more that we are still coming. We have an app coming as well. Telemetry is next. There's plenty of things. So if you enjoyed this video and this video helped you to understand what's actually happening on the website, please let me know. If there's anything that you want to know more about, also let me know in the comments, because then I have more things that I know that I can go and make for you guys in terms of video formats. And yeah, so there you go, guys. So thank you so much for the support. I really, really appreciate it. I know a lot of this information you can get from other places, but maybe you enjoy this one and it could just be another tool for you. So all the best, guys. I'll see you soon. Check you on track and drive clean out there, guys. Cool. Bye.